No, I didn't. I'm sure I probably got some of you. Hi, it's Bethany Finch with American Made Home Solutions. And some people love to be afraid. They go to scary movies, they go to haunted houses, they watch and tell ghost stories. Some people don't want to be afraid at all and will do everything in their power to avoid being afraid. Which one are you? You like to be afraid? You like the anticipation and the build up? Or you like to not be afraid and you do everything in your power to avoid that? If you really are honest with yourself and ask yourself, the majority of people do not like to be afraid. And fear dictates a lot of what we do in our everyday, day to day lives. Here's a perfect example. It's January. What is everybody doing this time of year? That's right. They're making New Year's resolutions. At least 25% of them will stop working on their New Year's resolutions within 1 week of it actually being done. Why are they dropping out after just 1 week? Well, if you guessed, you didn't put a comment down below, but if you guessed in your head and you thought about it, sometimes we set a goal and maybe it's just so far out there, it's so lofty. Like a lot of times they'll make goals this time of year for, I want to lose 25 pounds, I want to lose 50 pounds, I want to lose 10 pounds, I want to lose 200 pounds, whatever it is, okay? The number that you're trying to lose isn't what matters. It's the fact that it's a goal, right? For us to succeed at any goal, we actually have to have a plan on how to attack it. Some people set goals that they're just so far out there, and some people set a very, very close goal that they know in the back of their head they can attain it without even trying. What we have found when we read the data, and they actually have done a lot of studies on goal setting and productivity and things of that nature. What they've found is that people that set goals, and then people that set goals and actually make a plan on how to achieve those goals, the ones that make the plan are 75% greater chances at actually accomplishing those goals. It doesn't matter what the goals are. It doesn't matter if it's I want to lose 200 pounds or 5 pounds. The goal wasn't the difference. The goal was making a plan and actually doing the plan. So I realized when I thought about that, I'm making New Year's resolutions, right? You're looking at your business, you're looking at your maybe your personal life, you're looking at your financial picture. And you look at, a lot of people as we're aging, we're looking at our retirement. Am I going to have enough money? And we're trying to consider and weigh those things. So we might want to have $1 million in the bank when we retire. But if that's our goal, what are we doing to get that goal? How are we achieving it? Are we using a 401k at a high enough contribution level that the money will be there when we choose to retire, if it's 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now? Are we beating inflation so that we're gaining enough interest on that for the money to compound and be there? What are we doing to achieve that goal? If we want to lose weight, are we going out and exercising, or are we changing our dietary plan? Are we changing our medicines? Things like that. If we want to do maybe some things differently in our family, for instance, one of the things we did years ago, I learned about myself, I need to have 3 to 4, I would call long weekends a year, where me and the family would go and just kind of disconnect and reconnect as a family. So maybe that meant we took a 3-day camping trip up in the mountains somewhere, or we took a 3-day trip. It could have only been an hour away, but it was time away, and it was time that was devoted to the family. It was a committed time where we were focusing on, okay, this is my family weekend, and it's something we're looking forward to, and we're going to do something that we as a family like to do. So, our goals, one of the things that we stop and think about, for years, I would set goals that were way far out there, super lofty, almost impossible to achieve. And then I would never achieve them. I didn't understand, and I didn't have coaches and mentors in my life that taught me and showed me kind of the steps to goal setting and why we set a goal and then how to achieve that goal. I didn't really have someone that worked with me on that and showed me that. So every time I'd set these goals, I'd never attain them, and then I just felt like a failure. So every time they'd talk about goal setting, I'd roll my eyes one more time because I just felt like I'm setting myself up for failure. Why would I even bother? So I got to where I wouldn't even write them down, and I would just maybe say it, maybe not. And then I got to where I wouldn't even voice them. They were only in my head. No one else knew about it because I just felt like all I'm doing is setting myself up for failure. And most people have a fear of failure. It's true. Most people don't like failing, and they're afraid of that. In business, they're afraid of failing and losing money. In our personal lives, we're afraid of letting down our partner, our spouse, our family, in our health, right? If we're not exercising and taking care of ourselves, we're afraid of losing our health, becoming, having to take lots of medicines, surgeries, different, all kinds of things. So we have a big fear of failure. So if you're one of those people that doesn't want to fail, hey, I'm with you. I don't want to fail either. It is not something I like to do. But you don't have to be afraid of it. Fear is oftentimes simply the lack of knowledge. It's afraid of what we don't know. So we may not know how to do something. Like, for instance, this big lofty goal, but how do I get there? Or we may say be a carpenter, but we've never laid a floor and we don't necessarily know how. So we have to just gain that knowledge. And when we gain that knowledge, it helps us overcome our fear. And then once we gain the knowledge, then we put it into practice. Now we do the steps, right? That accomplishes the goal and it takes away our fear, which is why the more times we do something, the more confident we become. Because again, it's literally erasing the fear from our mind, because now we have the knowledge, we know what to expect, we've done it several times, and it just literally is erasing the fear right out of our brain. So when you look at your goals that you might have set, whether it was for your business, your personal life, whether it was for a New Year's resolution or none of the above, one of the best things I ever did was face my fear of failure. My fear of failure meant I needed to readdress goal setting and I needed to learn some things. So thankfully, I've had some wonderful coaches and mentors who've walked me through some of that and really said, Bethany, here's how you be successful in this area. This is how we focus and we achieve goals and we get things done. But I want you to remember something that's more important than anything else. And this is what they said. If you're achieving your goals every single year, year after year after year, your goals are too easy and you're thinking too small. I know. Why would you be thinking that? Isn't the point of setting a goal to achieve a goal? Well, so here's the deal. If you aim at nothing, you're going to hit it every time. Faithfully. Time and again. You're going to hit nothing, 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 because that's what you're aiming for. When you set a goal, you're aiming for something, right? So if I'm aiming for something, am I going to hit it every single time? As I improve and get better, maybe, right? But the point of a goal isn't to always necessarily hit that particular goal or It's about the process that we go through to get there and making that forward progress. Okay, let me give you an example. For instance, I told you before I used to make these really lofty goals that were almost impossible, and I didn't know how to get there and things like that. So I remember at one point in school, again, the goals felt like such a ridiculous thing. Because they wouldn't teach you how to enact those things. They didn't empower us, right? So if the goal, I could tell they really didn't care what the goal was. They just wanted me to do the assignment. Okay, I'm going to do the assignment. I remember one goal one time. I said, I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 21. Okay. At the time, I was probably 14, 15, maybe. So that meant in 6 years, I needed to figure out how to become a millionaire. Generally, those are the times you're finishing up high school, then you're going into college. For the average person, mostly. Definitely not a normal path for someone who's going to be a millionaire by the time they're 21. So I would have needed to do something different to achieve that goal. That's why I said it was almost impossible. I literally just needed to throw it out there and get this stupid assignment done and move along. Now, the difference was if somebody would have worked with me during that time and taught me how to achieve my goal, let's make a plan of attack. Okay, for you to be a millionaire in 6 years, how much money are you going to need to earn every single year for 6 years? Okay, so let's say 6 into a million. Let's see, we'd be looking at just under 200,000. So maybe 175,000, 100 to 200,000 a year I'd have to make in that 6 year time to be that millionaire. And so for that to happen, now how am I going to earn that 200,000? What am I going to do? Okay, so if I'm in high school, clearly, how am I going to make $200,000 while I'm still in high school? I did work full time while I was in high school, but I also played sports and a lot of other things. So most high schoolers, guess what? It's not a high paying job. I remember making $3.35 an hour. So it would have been a little bit different, but the principle is still the same. All they needed to do was break down the steps. Okay, if you want to make 200,000 this year, what are you going to do? Okay, you're only making this much money at your job. That means you're going to need to do something different. What is that something different that you want to do? So you're just asking yourselves questions. I don't know what the goals are that you set this year, but I do want to help you stop living in fear. Once I got free from that fear of failure in this area of goal setting, does that mean I'm fearless in every area of my life? No, not at all. But I'm definitely working on it because I believe fear cripples us. And I want you to have an amazing 2020. And just like us, I want to work to become the best me that I can possibly be. Now, to do that, that means I need to learn. And that means I need to constantly be learning. I need to learn who I am because I am changing. I'm not the same person I was when I was 15 years old. But I also need to learn what it is I truly want and what truly makes me happy and what motivates me and what doesn't motivate me and things like this. So I have to ask myself some of those questions. Asking yourself questions takes time. So I need to devote some time to myself. I need to sit down and plan it out. Time's going to keep going. Whether I accept it or not, whether I do anything with it or not, it's still going to keep going. I need to direct that time in the way that I want it to go. So I need to set aside some time. Figure out, okay, say I pick 4 areas of my life: my personal, my financial, my health. Okay, we'll say 3 because that's all I can think of right now. But I pick those 3 areas and then I say, okay, what do I not like about, say, my health? And maybe that's something I work on. Maybe I need to lose 20 pounds. Oh, wait, I do need to lose 20 pounds. All right, so that's a good example. So if I want to lose 20 pounds, how am I going to accomplish 20 pounds? What am I going to do different? So maybe I look at my schedule and go, okay, I'm already going to the pool 3 days a week, but I'm not losing the weight, so I need to do something different. Okay, so I can either increase my time and add more time in the pool and add more laps or, different exercises, things like that, or I could adjust my food. Am I eating more? Am I eating at bad times of days? Things of that, right? So I ask myself those questions. And now which one of those am I willing to do? Well, it's probably a matter of I'm eating more late at night, usually right before bed. Well, that's a bad thing, right? So that's definitely something that could be changed. I could try to plan my day better so I'm not eating at 11 o'clock at night and then trying to go to bed, right? Those are simple things. Simple things. They seem simple, but I need to tell my mind this is what I'm going to do. This is my goal. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. This is how I'm going to do it. And then I need to put accountability measures in place. Reward, just the same. So for instance, if I want to lose 20 pounds in a year, 10 pounds half a year, so 6 months, so by June, so by the first quarter, I might want to lose 5 pounds, right? So at the end of 3 months, I want to lose 5 pounds. Okay. So I need to record my weight at the beginning. And then at that 3-month mark, I need to look and see, have I lost those 5 pounds? If I've lost them, great. My plan is working. If I haven't lost them, I need to adjust my plan. See, the whole point of the goal, once again, is about the process that we're going through and the progress we're gaining. It's not always about that end result. Okay. So if I look at that and go, okay, wait a minute, nope, I lost 5 pounds or I didn't lose my 5 pounds, I need to adjust, right? So then I'm adjusting and maybe I choose, okay, maybe I chose to stop eating late at night and it wasn't working. Okay. Maybe I only lost 2 pounds instead of 5 pounds. Well, then I would adjust and I'd go, okay, so that was one thing I did. Maybe I need to do something different. So maybe I choose to add a walk-in 3 times a week. Something simple like that. Then at my 6 months, I check in again. Have I lost 10 pounds now? If I haven't, I reevaluate. So it's not static, it's dynamic. When we're doing that, that's what life is. It's living. It's not static, it's dynamic. Overcoming fear and getting victory in our lives is just like that. It's constantly changing. It's tweaking. Just like when we drive, right? We don't keep our hands in the exact same position. We don't, right? We move, ebb and flow, ebb and flow. And that's what the goals and the process of achieving those goals is supposed to be, our ebb and flow. So what we want to do is we want to work in any way, shape, or form to help you guys overcome that fear of failure. I too have been in that exact same place. It's not a fun place to be. And fear literally will cripple us. It'll cripple us in our business. It'll cripple us in our personal lives. It'll cripple us in our relationships. Fear is such a powerful thing, but it's incredibly hard to get rid of if you don't know how to. And the reason that is because it's not just simply, oh, I'm just not going to think about it and it's going to go away. Fear is too powerful for that. So it takes actions, it takes motivation, and it takes a genuine desire to be rid of it. So there's a funny song. Do not ask me why she called it this, but there's a singer and she named her song the Breakup Song. Okay, it's not about a guy at all. It is literally about breaking up with fear. And it's all about fear you don't own me and taking control of her own life. And I am done with you, fear. I don't want anything. I don't want remnants of it. I want you gone out of my life. And that's what I want for you guys. That's what I want for myself, for my family. I want that fear to be gone. I want this year to be so awesome and so amazing. And so, if you would like to, I'm happy to do this for anybody that wants to. If you would like, in any way, shape, or form, to either set up a time where you just want to call and talk it out with somebody, outside party, third person, non-biased. Look, this is what I'm thinking. Help me walk through. How would I set a goal for this? What might I do? I'm happy. I don't have all the answers, but I'm happy to try. I'm happy to sit down with you and problem solve. That's actually a gift I have, is problem solving. I'm a solutions-oriented person. So I love solving problems. It literally fires me up. Seeking and kind of driving things out. I love doing that. I would love to be able to do that for you. It doesn't have to be personal stuff. It can be if you want to be. It can be financial. It can be business. It can be any number of things. If you would like to do that, the best way, I'm thinking here, the best way to do that is for you to drop your email in the reply line down below, just your email. And what we'll do is I will reach out to you and ask if there's any way. If you'd like to set up a call, we'll set that up. If you just want to email back and forth, we'll do that too. Whatever you'd like, I would love to help you in this area. Absolutely free. I don't charge anything. I'm not some great life coach or anything like that. I just want you to get past 1 week. I want you to get through all the month of January working towards your goals. Then I want you to keep going till February. Then I want you to keep going through till March. Then I want to celebrate when you get all the way through December. And we have a big celebration together. And it's a virtual whatever. If you're across the country from me, that's okay. But I want to celebrate you and your accomplishments. I want to celebrate with you how we both have overcome fear this year and literally just be ecstatic at, again, not the goal, but all the things that happened along the way, all the victories we got throughout the year. Even if our fear isn't 100% gone, I guarantee you it'll be more gone than it was when we started in January. And that's what I want for you. So if you want to, and you would like some help in this area as far as like goal setting and trying to figure out a way to achieve those goals that you've already set, drop your email down below. I would happily set a time or email back and forth, whatever means works the best for you. If you just want to put your goal down there, maybe that's it. Whatever you would like, but let's do it that way. Send me an email or drop me your email. My email, if you'd rather reach out to me, is info, INFO, at AmericanMadeHomeSolutions.com. If you would rather email me, feel free to do so. We would love to hear from you. We'd love to, again, banish fear forever. Then you guys can sing the breakup song. Fear you don't own me. There ain't no room in this story. Yeah, I don't sing. I know. I do not sing. I get it. Don't worry. I won't make you suffer through anymore. But I want you to be able to have that victory over fear and achieve those goals this year and think bigger and better than you've ever done before, so that 2020 can be a year that you own this year and you're just crushing it in all areas of your life that you want to set goals for, and that we can come together and we can unite in a common, again, goal, a common goal. And we'll look forward to celebrating with you come December when we look back at our year and we rehash everything. So drop your email down below or email us. All right. Until then, I look forward to talking with you. Don't forget, we've got upcoming meetup. Our Crazy Entrepreneur meetups are starting back up again. So by all means, if you're wanting to check us out, you can go on the meetup.com and look for Crazy Entrepreneur, and we'll keep you updated with all the scheduled meetings and things like that as well. So check us out. Give us a chance. We always have some crazy fun ideas, and all those crazy people, we just got to stick together. All right? So have a great day. I look forward to talking with you again. And let's own 2020 and overcome fear together. And definitely set aside the failures and move forward and stop living in the past and move forward into our future. I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye for now.